Most men never realize what women notice in a first meeting, because it often happens before anything important is even said. No obvious signal, no clear reaction, yet something subtle has already started shaping how that man is being understood. And what makes this truly fascinating is, even the woman herself often can't explain what she noticed first. She only knows one thing. That one person simply felt different from everyone else in the room. Psychologists have spent years trying to understand why this happens. Nonverbal communication researcher Albert Mehrabian discovered something that changes how you think about first impressions forever. Long before words fully register, the brain is already silently collecting information and converting it into emotional meaning. That means before a conversation has properly begun, certain details have already spoken, quietly, powerfully, without permission. The first one is the hands. This surprises most men. But research keeps pointing to the same answer. Women often notice the hands first, because hands reveal control faster than words ever could. A calm hand creates one feeling. A restless hand creates something completely different. The way fingers rest naturally, the way a cup is held, the way someone gestures while speaking. Relationship expert Esther Perel explains it beautifully. Attraction often begins where unconscious signals create meaning before conscious thought even catches up. And hands are one of those signals. Women notice whether hands feel cared for. Not perfection, not expensive watches or rings. Just attention, clean nails, natural maintenance, no visible neglect. Because neglect quietly suggests something deeper, a lack of awareness. And awareness itself silently shapes attraction. Fast, unnecessary movement suggests inner tension. Slow, deliberate movement suggests internal control. And people feel that difference before they can even name it. And the second, perhaps even more surprising, is the forearms. Most men completely ignore this one. Yet research keeps pointing to the same surprising answer. Forearms rank far higher in attraction studies than most people expect. Not exaggerated muscles, not performance. Natural, visible strength. Forearms suggest capability. They suggest ease with physical reality. A simple movement reaching for something, lifting casually, adjusting a sleeve can quietly shift how someone is perceived in that moment. Behavioral researchers call these micro-exposure moments. Tiny, accidental reveals that create unexpected attention. The reason is simple. Forearms suggest real, usable strength. Not display, not effort, just quiet capability. And that message lands deeply because women often respond to what feels naturally capable rather than what appears deliberately impressive. Next up are the eyes. Everyone knows eyes matter, but very few people understand what women are actually reading there. A research team at Western University found that eye behavior powerfully shapes how trustworthy, warm, and emotionally available someone appears. Women notice whether attention feels complete or divided, whether someone is truly present or mentally somewhere else entirely. And that difference registers immediately, because eyes reveal where attention actually lives. A distracted gaze weakens presence faster than almost anything else. But genuine, relaxed focus creates emotional weight that words alone never could. This is why some men say ordinary things, yet remain extraordinary in memory. Their eyes stay naturally present. Not intense, not forced, just genuinely there. And women often describe that feeling later with surprising simplicity. He felt fully present. 4 words, enormous impact. Then comes posture. This may be the fastest judgment trigger of all. Before facial details are fully processed, posture has already spoken. A major study published in Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin showed that open posture significantly increases perceived confidence and attractiveness. Because posture immediately communicates emotional condition. Shoulders forward suggest hesitation. Shoulders open suggest certainty. A lowered chest feels guarded and closed. An upright frame feels ready and open. 2 men can stand in the same room wearing similar clothes, yet one immediately commands attention while the other quietly disappears. And posture often explains exactly why. Because posture changes how energy enters a space. Women may not explain this scientifically, but they feel it the moment you walk in. And here is the most powerful part. Posture is one of the very few signals completely under your conscious control. A small adjustment can completely transform your presence. And finally, the mouth, not just the smile. The entire way speech arrives. because women are not only listening to words, they are watching how words are formed. A calm mouth often suggests a calm mind. A rushed mouth often suggests pressure beneath the surface. Speech rhythm matters more than most realize. Does he pause naturally? Does he rush through silence like it makes him uncomfortable? Does he speak clearly? Or do words collapse together under nervous energy? Psychologists studying authentic facial expression found that genuine smiles activate surrounding facial muscles differently than performed ones. And women detect that difference quickly and instinctively. That is why a slow, genuine smile creates far more warmth than a practiced, perfect one, because authenticity always lands deeper than performance. This is why some men say the most ordinary things, yet leave the most unusual impressions. Because when the body confirms what the words are saying, everything feels believable. Now look carefully at all 5 details: hands, forearms, eyes, posture, mouth. None of them require perfect genetics. None of them demand dramatic transformation. Because what women often notice first is never perfection. It is something quieter than that. It is coherence. When the body silently communicates calmness, control, presence, and awareness, the entire impression shifts. And finally, have you ever noticed any of these 5 signals while talking to a woman? Maybe the calmness of her hands, maybe the presence in her eyes, maybe the confidence in her posture? Tell us in the comments below, because maybe that one experience of yours could completely change how someone else sees the world.